It's the first thing that you can think about, food, because someone said you can't eat food. It's just like alcohol. If someone says you can't drink alcohol for the rest of your life, and that's what happens to alcoholics, you're going to think about it for a while and then you'll get over it. So habits take time to break, and they also take time to build. Welcome back, guys. Paul from Paul Sklar's Fit. I've got a phenomenal leg workout that of course combines some upper body component and a ridiculous amount of cardiovascular and metabolic work. This type of workout is what I call killing two birds with one stone. Meaning we are accomplishing more than one aspect with this workout. We're looking to build muscles. We're looking to get lean. We're looking to build endurance. You get all three of these with this quick and extremely efficient and challenging workout. Now, I also told you I would go over my diet, so I'm gonna do this quickly. Some of you are not gonna like what I have to say. Others are gonna go, well, I figured as much. And others are gonna go, absolute BS. This is a typical day for me. I do basically the same thing every morning, especially Monday through Friday. Weekends change a tiny bit. I add 1 cup of ground coffee with 1 packet of pure cane sugar. Nothing else. But before I drank that, I drank 20 ounces of just water. I mainly do shakes in the morning. I do shakes in the morning because they're convenient, they're quick, they give me the adequate calories and nutrition that I need. And since I am working with clients and I've got a lot of responsibilities in the morning, I want to get my nutrition in quickly and efficiently. I put in 2 scoops of 100% grass-fed whey protein isolate from Transparent Labs, 1 scoop, 5 grams of creatine HMB, 1 gigantic scoop of organic natural peanut butter. It's a big scoop, so it's probably 2.5 servings. Think about when you're taking a scoop of peanut butter, what an actual serving size is. 1 tablespoon. And normally if you take 1 big scoop of peanut butter, it's gonna be more. So understand your calories, what you're taking in and what you're not. I normally don't even measure the amount of berries that I put in. I just fill up the rest of my shaker. And usually it's somewhere between 1 cup and 2 cups of all of these berries. I shake all of it up, just like this. The peanut butter actually blends up because of the frozen berries. If I didn't have the frozen berries in there, I wouldn't be able to use them as a blender to get everything to mix up smoothly and actually make it taste consistently good. During this workout, I am a little bit carbohydrate depleted, so I put in cyclic dextrin with intra EAA, just intra essential amino acids. I drink that during my entire session. If I need a little bit more, I put a little bit more in, but I really don't have anything specific as far as how much I use during a session. I will have a mid-morning snack. Today I'm gonna have yogurt with another scoop of peanut butter. I'm also going to have a Chomps beef stick. Simple. I was told by my care plan specialist at Jevity, Chomps are a great way to get in a snack, a healthy and efficient way to get in a snack as well. About 1 o'clock when I make it back to my house, I make 3 eggs with a whole mess of spinach. I coat the pan with a bunch of olive oil so I'm getting in healthy fats. When you are choosing how much oil to put in, you have to keep in mind that a lot of oil is still a lot of calories, and a lot of oil still is a lot of fat. Even if it is good fat and it is good calories, it still may be a lot. So put in what you think you need. I typically just pour the olive oil in until I get a circle about this big. Now with my eggs, I sometimes season with a tiny bit of salt and a little bit of ground pepper. I have 2 pieces of organic wheat toast. It doesn't have to be organic, it's just a fancy way of having wheat toast. Sometimes I will have it with a bagel. And what I've learned over the years is for my cholesterol, since my HDL cholesterol is typically categorically low, I've used Smart Balance Spread, and that, believe it or not, has actually elevated my HDLs. So it's been a good thing for me. Smart Balance Spread, I use either the regular or I use the olive oil version. About 2 hours later, and this is as of late, I've been very tired in the afternoon, so I make a cup of espresso. So a double shot of espresso with 2 ounces of steamed 2% milk. That helps to keep me going a little bit, gives me some energy. And then eventually, yeah, I crash a little bit later on in the day. Now, if I just did that espresso alone, I would get the jitters. My blood sugar would crash. So typically I will have a wrap. So a tortilla wrap, I'll put some turkey in there. I may put some American cheese in there. I'll throw in some more spinach, maybe some mixed greens, tomatoes, lettuce, cucumbers, almost like having a salad with some protein and some carbohydrate with that tortilla wrap. Dinner time at my house is kind of a free-for-all. We're busy. I've got 2 kids that are still at home. A lot of times, and this is where I said you're either gonna hate this or you're gonna go, I get it, or you're gonna go, this is BS. I'll have chicken nuggets and noodles. They're healthy chicken nuggets. My wife makes the healthy chicken nuggets, and regular pasta. Now, when I was in my racing days, that's all we did. Pasta, 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 very little protein. And I've learned as I've gotten older and as I've tried to gain more muscle, is you need to anchor every meal with some sort of a protein. So my chicken nuggets, my noodles, and usually some sort of vegetable. It's usually peas or broccoli. Now, I don't like to drink a lot of water, and I know you need a lot of water. It's required. There is really no set number. I think 8 cups is just some random number that some random doctor picked. I just drink a lot of sparkling water all day long. Whether it's club soda or Spindrift or Poppy, I like some sort of sparkling beverage. I prefer that much more over drinking straight water. What about sweets? Every once in a while I get a sweet tooth, especially if you take creatine. Creatine can cause some sort of an insulin response, and you will crave sugar or potentially crave sugar. It's the same thing with people that do a lot of endurance exercise. You typically crave sugar. So if you're a runner, if you're a marathon or a long distance runner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get home and you're absolutely famished, and the first thing you think about is getting some sort of sugar in. Any source, it doesn't really matter, but you crave sugar. Same thing kind of happens when you take creatine, and it doesn't happen all the time. You do get used to it, but every once in a while, yes, I crave sweets. If you saw my Instagram story yesterday, you saw that I had my kids' chocolate cake and vanilla cake. I took a little bit of it. I didn't take a lot. I took just enough that I would feel satisfied and feel good. Not enough to make me feel like absolute garbage the next day. Alcohol, big question. I did not drink any alcohol when I was in high school. I drank very little alcohol. My teammates will tell you the same thing in college. I dabbled in it here and there. Didn't drink much in my 20s, didn't drink much in my 30s. Pandemic hit, started to drink a little bit. Got into whiskey, got into vodka, not a ton. And I measure out all of my alcohol. I have a shot glass that I measure it all out. I don't drink beer, I don't care for the taste of it. I do like IPAs, but I know they do put on weight. And I've noticed there was a period where I drank IPAs and all of a sudden, I felt that my stomach wasn't as cut as it normally is. So yes, IPAs, beer, there really is a beer gut, and it is a real thing. It's possible that you just drink a lot more beer to get that same kind of effect that I just heard Charlie Sheen describe, the warm jets coming in and you feel really good. You do 1 or 2 shots of vodka or whiskey, you get that a lot earlier. However, the last 7.5 months, no alcohol whatsoever. Actually, I take that back. I had 1 measured 2-ounce shot of vodka. And again, when I say shot, I don't shoot it, I drink it slowly. And I'm gonna show this in another YouTube video, exactly what happened to all of my metrics on my Whoop app, which tracks everything that I do over the course of the day. Sleep, heart rate, calories, exercise, goes on and on and on. My numbers crashed. They absolutely crashed. And that was from 1 2-ounce shot of alcohol. So you can imagine if you drank every single day or drank more than 1, 2, 3 drinks at a time, it's gonna crash your numbers and you're not gonna be happy with it. So that's one of the reasons that I use my Whoop. It keeps me in check. I don't know how long I'm not gonna drink alcohol for. I'm not one of those people that says you can't have any of this ever again. I think that's a terrible way to go. It's kind of like food. If someone says you can't eat for a day, and normally you didn't eat until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, all of a sudden you wake up the next morning and you're hungry. It's the first thing that you can think about, food, because someone said you can't eat food. It's just like alcohol. If someone says you can't drink alcohol for the rest of your life, and that's what happens to alcoholics, you're gonna think about it for a while and then you'll get over it. So habits take time to break and they also take time to build. All that being said, before we get too cold, let's get into the workout. Legs, metabolic. Upper body, metabolic. Your heart rate's gonna be high, your legs are gonna be on fire. It is a phenomenal workout that only requires potentially 2 pieces of equipment, a high slant board and a low slant board. You can also use weight plates, 4-inch plates, 2-inch plates. The only other surface you're gonna need is the ground. Yeah, of course, you're gonna need 1 dumbbell for this. It's pretty simple, and you're gonna need a lot of energy, perseverance, and tenacity. Now, a lot of you have asked what I like to do for warm-ups. Do I do warm-ups? I do, but I go through the specific range of motion that I'm going to be required to do during each exercise. So for this one, I got my 25-pound plate. I'm gonna sink into position, stretch out my hips, and then flex and squeeze. And I'm gonna take 10 with a pretty decent cadence. That's 3. And I'll show you in a second 4 how wide I have my feet. That's number 5. So I am a little wider than shoulder width. 6. So you can see. 7. I get nice range of motion with my plate forward. 8. I'm going to take 2 more reps. 9. Just loosening up. And 10. I'm going to get rid of that plate. Head back to my slant board. And remember, when we're on the high slant board, we have more pressure on the quadriceps. It also shortens up your Achilles. So if you have difficulty with depth, with standard depth, getting up on an elevated heel surface is going to help you get deeper into squat position, assuming you don't have any injuries. Grab your weight. I've got 100 pounds, not kilograms. Clean it up and come on down. We've got 5 reps in each position. 2, again, weight is forward. 3, and I'm concentrating on contraction. 4, and 5. So I'm going to step forward onto my slightly lower position, which also puts emphasis on the quads, but now I've got more tension in my hamstrings and glutes. That's number 4. And number 5, I'm going to step off flat. You're going to see a huge difference, or feel a huge difference in contraction here. So pay attention to detail. Number 3, 4, and number 5. You can either clear your space or just move over. We've now got 50 jump lunges. 6, so we got a cardio component. 8, 9, legs should be on fire. 10. 21. 25. Halfway. 30. You're going to be fatigued. 3. Things may get slower. 6. Brutal. 7. 8. 9. 40. Hold position. Whew. 41. Yeah, it's getting tough. 2. I'm dragging my feet. 3. 4. Whew. Oh, shit. All right, so you saw me fail miserably. My legs are fatigued. That was a bit much for me right now. I'm gonna cut down the next round 30 to 40 reps and see how it goes. So this is a perfect example of how you have to make adjustments sometimes. Not every single workout goes exactly according to plan. All right, I gotta be honest, I'm a little upset with myself that I did not get that set, get the reps that I had hoped that I was gonna get. My legs are fried, absolutely fried, which is fine. I wanna show you what it looks like, a full complete set, so I'm gonna do it again. And this is a perfect example of me being tough on myself. I'm always tough on myself. I'm as tough on myself as I am with everyone else. So if I can push myself this hard, you should be able to push yourself this hard as well. All right, maybe I'll blame it on fuel. I've got cyclic dextrin and intra EAA from Transparent, if I can catch my breath. Hopefully I can get some carbs into those tired muscles. All right. Let's see if I can actually get this going. Let's see if we can do it. All right, willpower, sheer willpower. It's gonna get us through. So there's upper body component, upper body strength as well. Whew. Let's get this stuff out of the way. 30. Whew. Brutal. 20. My quads are absolutely on fire, as yours should be. So that was an absolutely brutal workout. Legs are on fire, no question about it, but you also get a cardiovascular and metabolic response to this workout. So if you're looking for more bang for your buck, this is a good one. That was round 3 for me. 2 more rounds to go, and I will be absolutely cooked. I didn't have to use extremely heavy weight. The 100-pound dumbbell may be heavy for some of you, may be light for others. Weight is all relative, so choose a weight that's best for you to be able to get through the entire workout. 5 reps on the elevated slant, 5 reps on the half elevated slant, 5 reps flat, and again, you will feel a gigantic difference when you go to the flat position. Everything changes with your hips, your knees, your ankles, your entire body position, so you will feel it in a different way. 20 jump lunges as soon as you get done with that. Give yourself a good amount of rest as soon as you get done with that. You're going to need it. If you're too tired to perform the exercises, you won't burn as many calories. And if you're not tired enough, it won't be as challenging, so you have to find a happy place somewhere in between. If you enjoyed this workout as much as I did, please like and subscribe. I will see y'all the next time, and hopefully I will have caught my breath by then. Let's go.